So let's give it a whirl and see where we get to. This one's called A Morning with Venus. Venus woke and croaked out words on which I had choked and slurred only hours ago. If I'd remembered what it was that I'd said, or what this idea had been to provoke such a reaction, my action may have been to plan further into the unforeseen. At last it was sunny. No money, just moods. The pair, priceless, breakfast, post-coital cigarette. I let a plume into mist. It breaks from the window at sight of light, but is exposed in petrol blue like milk in water. A smile, a nudge, a stating of the obvious. It's sunny. I think she planned it, canned it. It was good against time, her day, and her kiss made mine. Wearing only grace, having shed the lace, Venus relaxed my state, fingers on hands, on shoulders, on necks, under heads, protecting master plans that the fingers performed. I heard music, me and someone's daughter, smoke in air, milk in water, sugar in porter, water in wine, not into wine, not good, not that good, not divine. Though Venus says otherwise, guess that's the beauty of opinion. Slower, shower. I washed her back, she washed mine. Last night's clothes back on, then picnic ingredients, then outside. Flip-flops, sunglasses, Spanish wine, best in sunshine, French bread, Dutch cheese, Italian meat, bring Venus and a good book and you're sweet, complete, compete, not with that. So off I trot to the train. It's still a romantic way to travel, dabble in the earwigging and thinking about me and Venus and that picnic that morning and somebody's daughter smoking air, milk and water. I said goodbye under my breath. I was worried a neighbour had seen us, but I was happy. Happy as a pig in, well, a place where they don't kill any pigs on mornings with Venus. This is an old one, you remember? It's called These Hands. These hands were meant for digging holes, this face I can't imagine old. Mum's a dub, I've a dad of Cork and raised in Ireland's biggest bog. Put to thinking and singing I do well to do, but there's money in hole digging and time for thinking too. As was said to me by old digger Jeff, we're not digging up the earth, we're just moving it 2 yards left. The words stuck, the day warmed, then cooled, but half the hole was dug by noon. The mud stuck too to beaten boots, a worn out spade, and all that remained was silent around the grave. Torn betweens forgotten and more pressing issues considered, though song and poem my life is known, but my hands were meant for digging holes. Tough-skinned, blistered raw, not a hard day's labour, but a new tune to paw. Childish couplets, the fruit of a night that I can't remember sleeping and it not bright. Old Jeff, a soul meant to lead the world in notion and word, meant for greatness, meant for awards, meant for medals and trophies, to stop fights and win wars, meant to be a poet, to pen word that we would celebrate so, meant to tell us stories of the world as he knows, and by God he knows. Knows the use in fighting the flow, knows the sense in not saying so, knows the whens, where and whys of his soul, and likes to engage that beast in his time alone. But my old hands were meant for digging holes. Yay! This is called Hello Moon. Hello Moon. Tonight you're a hammock, and knew I could look beyond cliches that vex me so, like full moons or cloudy glooms, or ancient tombs and things of that ilk that grow upon not knowing of your presence, as though acquiescence in the rumour might resemble a resemblance of a recognised semblance of the pieces of a day in which such smaller things not be which would pass us by unnoticed by us. So things beyond our ego do not try us, but instead do pose a question or suggestion of a different thing. And what things other than things, done for things with things, can result in things but strings pulled on, tugged on, stretched beyond their purpose, are that which make me nervous by reminding my mind, minding of a time of a crime, when choosing not to look upon the moon when it spreads a hammock, but instead saved for cliches like voluptuous full moons. When women are hysterical and men are worn to wolves, A picture so theatrical is never forbidden love, but more mass media of the night, a whorish display of second-hand light, in spite of eyes more used to lies laying upon the sweet circumcise. For upon Luna, tonight has run amok, and tonight the moon displays but a hammock.
Hey.
This is the last one, or second last one, before I give you the first 2022 prayer of VD.
Yay.
This is called a Grey Lady, straight after Moon, because we've all had that moment. Well, if you're all writers, which I know you are, you've had that, you haven't slept for like 2 days, and it's the third night, and the person you're beside, and there's that moment where it's all black and white. It's not black and white, but it's that the sun has started to arc, and you can't see it. There's no sunrise, but there's a refraction which turns the night into a grey. And the person you're beside all of a sudden just becomes real. They just become animated. Where everything was dark, there's a silhouette. This is called the Grey Lady. Day turns to dusk, turns to dark, turns to stark impressions of stars, solar systemically synchronizing with our own. And what an effect this prescribes to the sleeping lady, whose curves and skin become mould of perfectly polished blue-grey stone, whose legs become symbolic of creation through art, and once and for all is proof of the world's heart. Dark and light collude and concoct this enshrined sculptress. No man has yet mocked this betrayal of sunrise as the stars' slumbers creep. Encrypting once more this secret she keeps from light and dark, from heaven and hell, that grey is not dull nor black nor more white, not dawn nor evening or night. It is but itself, void of extreme, of speed and delay. I have awoken to surprise that all is calm and still and grey.
Yeah.
This is the prayer of VD, Club VD. That's it. The rage of an age is a line in a page, in a chapter in a book, in a collection that no one wants to read. You can blame a politician or a lack of homely discipline against any contraception, but the fault is your own. You see, sinister as it may seem, judges, junkies, hookers and ministers are all made of the same blood, flesh and bone, and I would rather sleep the streets at night than kill a man for what these good people call a home. Weed is now illegal and guns and booze so regal, and I feel the proportion of things is blown way up and over and out of sight of the folks that hold the ropes of the ego of the right and the left. So morality's bereft, but I'm left with the need to pay my taxes to the Lords. Oh Lord, thank you sir, thank you master. My descendants will learn of your compassion for not sending me to rape and kill so you could pay all yours. Peace.
Yeah.